Next, this refers to the downward entry. So the keyword here, it's entry of water via soil surface governed by gravitational forces. All right. Is it A, infiltration, B, water movement, C, percolation, D, none of the above? Okay. What do you think is the answer? Nawala yung blink. Again, the keyword is entry of water. The correct answer is infiltration. Okay? Now, halos parehas lang sila ni percolation. Kaya I understand meron sa inyong sumagot ng percolation. Kasi si infiltration, pag sinabi entry, meaning nasa soil surface pa yung tubig, papasok pa lang. Percolation, after na siya ng infiltration, nasa lupa na yung tubig at yan, downward movement of water through the soil na or na-absorb na. Tama po. So these two are actually types of the water movement of how also our plants absorb water. So again, infiltration, when we say entry of water, percolation, ito na yung downward movement of water through the soil. So nandyan na siya sa soil. It's being absorbed na. Alright? Next question. The weight percentage of the nutrients contained in a fertilizer is what do you call that? Is it A, fertilizer ratio, B, fertilizer grade, C, all of the above, D, none of the above? Again, weight percentage. It's the percentage. Okay? The correct answer is it's a fertilizer grade. Now, halos magkaparehas lang, di ba? Fertilizer grade, fertilizer ratio. Si ratio kasi is you get it from the grade. It's the simplest form kung ilan yung imimix mo na nutrients based on the fertilizer grade. Let's say for example, ito, di ba? Ito yung example. I'm not promoting Atlas. Okay. Sorry, hindi ko siya na-remove. But I get this picture from Google, credits to the owner. So, fertilizer grade, ito yon 14, 14, 14. Kasi it means we have 14% of nitrogen, 14% of potassium, phosphorus, and potassium. So, it measure of, yes, tama po, measure of NPK. Now, how do we get fertilizer ratio? Normally, when we say 14-14, pag kukunin mo yung fertilizer ratio, kukunin mo yung ano yung pinakamababang number. But for this case, since parehas lang sila, di ba 14-14 equal, meaning 14 divided by 14, the ratio here is 1:1:1. Okay? But let's say for example, hindi siya equal. Like, coach ba, what if 14, 15, 16? Diba? It's still a complete fertilizer, but they have different percentage of NPK content. Now, what is the fertilizer ratio? If ever, this one is 14, 15, 16. So, 14 is the lowest number. So, you're gonna divide 14 divided by 14. 15 divided by, 15 divided by 14. 16 divided by 14 to get the fertilizer ratio. Okay? So meaning, fertilizer ratio, it indicates the lowest form guaranteed, or the content of NPK in this chemical or fertilizer. So don't be confused. Fertilizer grade, pag sinabing percentage. Fertilizer ratio, ito yung lowest form, na ratio na makukuha natin from the fertilizer grade. But again, these are also a way of how we measure NPK of the product. All right. Next, Ms. Lopez applied inorganic fertilizer around the base of the coconut tree. So what do you call this method? Is it A, fertigation, B, basal, C, top dress, D, ring? The clue here is around the base. Okay, it's the phrase around the base. The correct answer is, nawala. Guys, the correct answer is letter D. I think yeah. It's ring because it's around the base. Pag fertigation, ito yung dinidissolve, yung fertilizer, no? With the irrigated water. Basal, yan. Ito yung first fertilizer talaga na nilalagay mo at planting time. Basal, it could be with vermicast. Ayan, depende kung ano yung gusto mo. Kung gusto mo mag-organic na fertilizer, or di kaya pwede rin complete with portion of urea. Pwede yung maging basal. So, again, first fertilizer applied at planting time. Top dress, application sometime after plants have emerged. Andiyan na yung crops mo, standing crops. Pero kailangan mo siyang kasi nakitaan mo na parang kulang siya, ay kailangan mong mag-apply ng, let's say, complete. So, kahit andyan na yung tanim, diyan nag-apply ka ng fertilizer in between, or di kaya, yes, broadcast. Yan yung mga top dress natin. For ring, ito yung best example. It's around the base of the plant. Yan. Next, rice farmers usually use this method of fertilizer application to evenly spread it on the soil surface. So, ano yung tawag sa method na ito? Is it A, broadcast, B, band placement, C, foliar application, D, in the row? Ayan, ang husay. Sabi, broadcast ma. Yes. It's true. The answer is broadcast. Pag sinabing evenly spread, bakit evenly spread siya kahit tinatapon mo siya binobroadcast? Kasi ginagamit itong method na ito pag yung tanim natin is magkakadikit. No, they're very close to each other. So, okay lang i-broadcast natin yung fertilizer. Okay? When we say band placement, it's applied on the row below the seed level or slightly on the side. 'Di ba? Pag meron tayong, let's say for example, ito yung, 'di ba, ang galing kong mag-drawing. Okay. Ito yung furrow natin, ito yung ridge. So, dito banda, nilalagay, hindi siya totally nandito sa bottom ng furrow, but here, no, below the seed level lang kung saan accessible siya sa roots ng tanim. Okay? Yan yung kadalasang ginagamit natin na method sa mga corn and fruit trees. Okay? Kasi yung target naman natin is yung kung saan na, as of now, yung roots banda para doon na ma-absorb ni roots. Okay? While foliar application, yes, it's true. It's through the use of sprayer. So it's applying liquid nutrients to leaves for rapid absorption. Excuse me. So they use like mga knapsack sprayer para mas mabilis umeffect yung fertilizer na in-apply kasi nga already available na siya, liquid and spray na siya para mabilis siyang ma-absorb. While in the row, yan, it's applied along the bottom of the furrow. So dito siya in between. Okay? Kasi baka yung nutrients naman or yung type of plant natin is deepen naman yung roots na pwedeng ma-access dito banday ng crops, yung fertilizer. So it's in the row. Yan yung way of how fertilizer is applied during production. Alright, next question. The following are the list of considerations in choosing the right method of fertilizer application, except one. Is it A, relative mobility of nutrients in the soil, B, season, C, type of crop, D, time of the day? Okay? Diba? the question is asking which is not, or yes, which is not on the list when we say it's in the right method of fertilizer application. Yes, the correct answer is time of the day. Medyo confusing lang siya. But when we say time of the day, it's when is the right time, no, to apply. But when we say right method, we are really depending on how mobile is the nutrients in the soil, para alam natin kung anong type of product. Is it liquid, powderized, ang ating i-apply, or season? Of course, type of crop as well. Kasi different crops requires different amount of chemicals or fertilizers. Okay? Next, the detachment and subsequent transport of soil materials by an agent, either water, wind, and gravity to an area. Is it A, typhoon, B, climate change, C, soil erosion, D, La Nina? Sabi, detachment and subsequent detachment of soil materials. Okay, the correct answer is soil erosion. Okay, lahat ng typhoon, climate change, La Nina are actually natural phenomenon, and especially under na to ng climate change, but soil erosion itself refers to the detachment of soil materials. It could be because of water, wind, or gravity. All right. Since we are talking about soil erosion, now let's move on the different types of measures of how we can prevent soil erosion. So this is 38, a type of soil and water conservation measures involving terracing, grass waterways, pond, and check dam. A, biological, or also known as vegetative measures. B, mechanical/engineering measures. C, general conservation. D, all of the above. The keywords here are terracing, grassed waterways, pond, and check dam. Pag itong klaseng water conservation kasi yung ina-apply, it's under the mechanical or engineering measures. Kasi meron tayong ginawa para ma-conserve yung soil water. It's either we build, no, or we make terraces para ma-prevent yung water. Or yes, man-made efforts in short, no? Kuha na tayo dito sa like check dams, it is done by our engineers. Now, these two are actually some general conservation of how we conserve our soil and water. Now, paano naman pag biological or vegetative measures? Okay? It is through the use of mulching, ayan, yung mga agricultural practices natin. Like cover cropping, mga crop rotation, ayan, multiple cropping, or something, yung mga relay cropping. So it's more on the agricultural practices that we do para ma-conserve natin yung soil and water. Okay? Next. So this refers to another conservation method. This refers to the system of land management where woody, perennials and agricultural crops are raised at the same time or in sequence. Okay. A, biological or vegetative measures. C, agroforestry. C, multiple cropping. D, relay cropping. Okay. The correct answer is, it's B, agroforestry. Kasi sabi, woody perennials. Meaning, ito yung mga kahoy or puno. No? Woody perennials. When we say, diba sabi ko kanina, biological or vegetative measures, under doon is mga multiple cropping. So, kadalasan, yung ginagawa nating multiple cropping, because multiple cropping are growing more crops in sequence or can be intercropping. Let's say, for example, meron tayong corn Tapos meron din tayong peanut. Yan yung mga multiple cropping. So we grow more crops. Okay? Then because of that, kasi marami tayong tinanim na crops, mas nalilesen natin yung soil erosion kasi maraming roots na naka-hold dun sa soil and also to absorb water. While relay cropping, okay, si relay cropping, ito naman yung parang, yung example ito is yung corn and sweet potato. Okay, para siyang cash crop kasi before mo right after you harvested sweet potato, meron ka ding makakuhang corn. So they're almost in the same timeline, but it's like relay cropping. Every after harvest, meron ka ding i-harvest pa na isang crop. Okay? So, ayan. 2 or more, second crop, ayan. Yan yung ibig kong sabihin. So again, agroforestry is the answer. Next, I think it's the same. Question lang na repeat. Ito, since we're talking about soil, so let's talk about soil horizon. So this is considered as a true soil corresponds to this horizon, or the true soil corresponds to horizon. Is it A, B, and C? So this is not just letters, guys, but this refers to, is it a horizon A, B, C? Letter B, is it horizon A, B, C, D? Letter C, horizon C. Letter D, horizon A and B. Okay, sabi yung totoong lupa daw. Ano yung klaseng horizon? It's letter D. Now sabi, Ma'am, hindi namin alam yung mga horizon. Horizons are actually layers of soil iyon. Okay? Ito yung mga different horizons identified natin. Meron tayong tinatawag na horizon, zero horizon or O horizon. But guys, way back nung nag-study pa ako, hindi talaga siya tinatawag na O horizon. Mostly, dito kami nag-start sa A horizon. Kasi organic is part naman siya sa topsoil. But nung nag-check ako, kinonsider yung zero or O horizon where organic and little layers can be found. After nun, meron tayong tinatawag na topsoil, okay, where the minerals or microorganisms can be found. Like here, merong roots. E-horizon naman, kadalasan dito nagli-leach yung mga minerals and organic matter through percolation. Ano nga yung percolation? It's the movement of water na within the soil. Diba? So, ayan, nilileach na. Kasi bakit? Kasi medyo konti na lang yung clay dito na part. It's either sandy na to banda or parang sand, balas in Bisaya. So, ayan, less clay. Kaya, ang bilis niya mag-leach. Until ni-reach niya yung B horizon, subsoil, where minerals and metals can be found, or metal salts. Dito banda sa C horizon and R horizon, medyo malalim na talaga to kasi ito, weathered parent material, bato-bato, rock. Ito na yung malalaking bato na talaga, like untouchable or unweathered parent rocks. So sabi, ano yung question? The true soil can be found on horizons A up to B. Ayan, dito yung soil. Okay? Si A and B. And guys, it's 9:59. Let's take one last question before we go. Okay? Ito. Last question. Computation. At 200 kilograms urea is also known as 4600, contains how many kilograms of nitrogen? Is it A, 154, B, 46, C, 92, D, 4.35? Okay? Ma'am, paano yan siya kinumpute? The correct answer is, it's 92. Kasi, basically, you just have to multiply 200 and 46%. Okay? So 200, 200 times 0.46, it's 92 kilograms of nitrogen. Okay? So since it's already 10 p.m., and actually I have still a lot of questions left, but due to limited time, I think we should end our lecture or sessions here. And I hope to see you next session. No, maybe we could have introduction part 2 or a deeper discussion on each branches of agriculture, such as crop science, animal science. So guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Coach?
Ayan. Coach Ana, no, maraming salamat Pilipinas once again for joining Team Sir Chance TL Tambayan para po sa ating session for the night. No? Actually, nasa gilid lang talaga ako habang gumagawa ng mga future questions natin, nire-review ang mga future questions, nire-revise yung mga questions. Talagang it was very informative. Walang pinagbago since the last season, Coach Ana. Pilipinas, once again, thank you so much for joining Team Sir Chance TL Tambayan. Pilipinas, this is Christian, this is Sir Chan. And together with Miss Coach Ana, magandang gabi muli, Luzon, Visayas, at Mindanao. See you next week.